Welcome back to Post Family Pilgrimage.
Well, that changes everything.
There are overlanding trips, camping trips, overnight trips, backpacking trips, hiking trips, you name it. They can all be a lot of fun. But have you ever had a trip where nothing seemed to go as planned? This is one of those trips. From rooftop tent breaking to driving out of your way to find a tent late at night at a store to just improvising. All right. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's okay. That's part of the adventure. That's part of making memories. That's part of learning more about who you are, what you are capable of, and what it all is you might need to consider changing in the future.
Hey gang, welcome back to Post Family Pilgrimage. On this episode, things have finally cooled down, comparatively speaking. So here's what I mean. I got home from our big trip out east, and I have been dying to go camping. My wife, I've been driving her nuts the past few days, driving Susanna nuts, saying, I just got to get out, I got to get away. Do I want to drive to Colorado? You know, what do I want to do just to get some cooler weather? That's not necessarily off the option list just yet. But anyways, what happened was today's Wednesday. Today is June 26th, and a storm rolled in, and it poured for the longest time. And as I was doing some editing just a little while ago, I looked down at my watch to see the weather outside, and it said 77 degrees, which is the first time it has said that since we've got home. And so I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And threw a bag of clothes together, dropped off, swung by the Walmart real quick, grabbed some groceries, and I'm off. And here's the deal. It's now 86 degrees. So it's warmed up 9 degrees just since in the past hour of me saying, hey, let's go. But anyways, I'm glad you're here. This is going to be a blast. I love these just kind of one-off trips. And I'm headed to Woolham. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I'm excited to take you along. I did not pull trailer, which means I did not bring a kayak. I figured I did bring the fishing pole though, so I figured if I get in the water, I'll just wade out a little ways and see what I can see. But ultimately, this is an exploring trip. And so I want to get out, want to see, and plot our course for when the weather is cooler, and can potentially bring the whole family and just to enjoy the Ozarks. So glad you're here. Here we go. Wait. Gang, my first stop is lunch, and if you know me, you've been watching us for very long, you know that Clarksville now has a Bojangles. So it's time to gas up and grub up. Y'all, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that sometimes you need to just stop in the woods for that right there. And it's a nice thing when you know where they're at. Up here off the grid, checking out Sam's Throne. Just thought I'd swing in there, use the restroom on my way. And I'm gonna pull through, camp down here closer to the ridge. It's 81 degrees out here, which is normally hot, but I will say, yesterday I mowed the grass and it was 96 degrees. And I'm in the shade, and so this is wonderful. There's clouds in the sky. There, you can see them. And so maybe we'll get some rain. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna drive down the road right there and see. Well, there was absolutely no one here. Not only in this parking lot, but in any of the campsites down further towards down that way. If you go further on down, there was nobody camped there. I've been here when there's been people camped in every nook and cranny of this place. Anyways, it's 81 degrees here, and higher altitude usually means a little bit cooler temperatures. There we are, Sam's Throne. Hey, side note real quick. All of my GPS and waypoints and everything from Onyx Off-Road will be included in the descriptions on the videos for our Patreon folks. So if you're interested in waypoints and stuff like that, check out our Patreon. That way you can have all of those. All right. So I wanted to show you something for what this is worth. So I talked on a video just the other day about how incredible Waze is. Waze is great if you're on the interstate, and that's about it. Once you get off and stuff like this, you've got to have a software like Gaia GPS or like Onyx Off-Road. I specifically run Onyx Off-Road because you'll have no signal up here, and so this is spotty. It's just kind of going back and forth. I can follow by interstate, or I'm sorry, by highway, exactly where I'm going. But I just wanted to chime in here real quick and just kind of tell you that if you're doing off-grid stuff, or you're going to kind of backcountry places and stuff like that, and this is all new for you, Waze will not work once you lose cell phone signal. It'll just go away and say lost signal. So just kind of wanted to update you on something like that, because it popped off there a second ago and I was like, oh yeah, I forget I'm running this. I need to switch it over to Onyx. So for what that's worth. All right, y'all, so as you can see there, I'm just following the black line because I had already mapped it out in Onyx Off-Road. It is currently 81 degrees here, so the temperature has been dropping as I've been climbing in altitude. And man, there's just some times where you need to drive, and even though we just logged 4,300 miles, that just seems crazy. But even though we just did that not even a week ago, there was a need to get back behind the wheel, and that may sound so weird, or it may sound perfectly normal. I don't know, either way. But man, maybe it's just because I love to drive. But anywho, just it's good to be back. Good to be back behind the wheel, specifically this wheel, and cruising along. You got to see this view. right, so I just got a couple more miles to go. Again, never been here personally. Out of all the times I've had trips where I've planned to come here, I'm now on Woolham Road, but I've just never been able to officially make it happen. So it's pretty awesome to be getting to come down here and check it all out. It's a super popular place, especially for floating Buffalo River. And I won't be able to fly the drone on the Buffalo. I can probably come back a ways and fly it just to kind of give you an aerial. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not going to break any drone laws or anything of that nature, so we'll see. Well, that changes everything. Let's see how this routes me. If it just tells me to detour back. It's not going to, because we don't have any signal here. Well, we'll just explore. That's what this trip is about. This may be a bust, but we'll see. I'll go a little ways further and make my decision. Either way, I'm having a blast. Man, all these rocks. I did not air down, so I'll just slow down. But I've never been to any of this, never seen any of this. And so there's always the exploring and observing, checking out new stuff factor. I can always turn around, head out, go back out to Sam's Throne, go to one of the other entrances to the Buffalo, check out one of those. And I can keep exploring this right here for a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep on going. It's like this is crossing the riverbed here, but it's just all so dry. Well, this is beautiful. I'm going to look at some of my maps here, see what else we got. The guy says, hold up. This trail just goes a little ways further and stops. This Bull Hollow pours into the Buffalo River when it's flowing. But this is a dead end for me, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna turn around and head back out. I'll head up, there's a grocery store like back at St. Joe's. I'll go up there, I'll ask that game warden. There was a game warden sitting there, if he's still there. And I'll study the map a little bit and go from there. Okay guys, you see that green area right there? That's a spot where you can't fly the drone. That's the Buffalo National River area. Now, unfortunately, we're out of that because Willem access is completely closed from this direction. So again, but I just wanted to point that out to you. I was talking about the drone scenario earlier. Also, pretty awesome. On their last update, Onyx updated this so that you can run 2 screens. And so I've got it, you know, one zoomed in a bit more and then one zoomed out a bit less. So pretty cool stuff. You also got your regular screen here. I need to do a more of a review on this. This is a Carpu Ride company that makes this, and it's just a plug and play. It literally is AirPlay, CarPlay, I mean, for your iPhone, because 2017, I don't remember at what point they even came out with it for a Toyota or 4Runner. I think it was like 2020 or something like that, maybe 2021 even. But this right here is a legit way to have CarPlay in a 4Runner if you don't have it. And it just mounts right there to the windshield, and I love it. I mean, I'm bouncing all over the place, and you can see that thing is barely moving. Huge screen, touch screen. It's just awesome. Anyways, I'll do a video on that sometime. But I just wanted you to see again that piece of the map so that you could see that where it is you can fly a drone and where you can't. All right, y'all, took a detour. Look at that house up there on that ridge. Absolutely beautiful. Just sitting up there all by itself, little clouds moving in. Got us going on the right road here, a little detour action. A little cut over to Woolham. So pretty up in here. I have seen roadrunners, chickens, squirrels, cows. What else? A coyote, surprisingly, cutting across the pasture. Yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna follow this guy right here all the way down and around and cut on over. It is so pretty up here. Check us out. Y'all, look at this house over here. Look at that. And the view they have. That log cabin. Oh, let's see if I can get it for you. Amazing. That is awesome. Hey puppies! Hi puppies! This is so beautiful up here. Never been here. Just soaking it all in. Road closed. Okay. Let's see where this is gonna put us. Finally. Made it. Yes. Woohoo! Okay. Now let's see. This area is subject to floods. Okay. Well, there y'all, it's the Buffalo River. I am here. I have arrived. Yeah! And I'm pretty stoked. And by looking around, I'm wishing I had brought the kayak. Well, let's check it out. All right, y'all. I just pulled up. I'm not gonna lie. Just put on my piece. I carry a firearm anytime I'm solo. Just a safety precaution, but also just a peace of mind. Y'all, look at all the bugs starting to pop on the water. You can hear the falls down there. This is exactly what I was hoping for. There's a little bit of cloud coverage too.
Did you hear that? Yep, it broke. In case you missed it, here it is again. Y'all, I've had the worst possible luck with this tent. All right, so here's what just happened. I just raised it as slow as possible. No additional pressure, because I learned the last time the hard way. Raised it up too fast, and this stripped out. See how it's offset from the top? Now here's my issue. And it literally ripped these off. So, and it pushed the seal through. All right, so I got all the fabric tucked in, and because of that front joist being off, look what it's done, how far off centered. I can't believe this is happening. It's like a nightmare. In this moment, I am praising God that I did not go to Colorado expecting to use that tent. I should say expecting to use the tent, and for whatever reason, the situation that it's in. I know what happened. Apparently I didn't have these two tightened down enough, because what happened was they slid down. If you can see right here, they were tight up against this right here. And so it raised it up at home fine. What happened was when I got here and raised it up, it pushed right past these. The threads of these didn't hold, and it slid down, and thus allowing it to have not the pressure that it needs to be able to, for that hydraulic to hold its lift. I am totally bummed. At least I got a fan on me for the moment. Man, I don't quite know what to make of this. There's a way that I can possibly maneuver that, or take a Max Trax, wedge it up in there just so that I could sleep tonight. That's a possibility. But I don't know how well I would sleep, because I don't want that to shift and crush me. Making it nearly impossible to get out of there just because of the weight of the lid on top. All right, we'll see. Well, I'm going to try to verbally speak the positive, and that was that the guy that was out here, he came out here fishing. I don't know if I had him in any video or not, but he was just telling me all kinds of incredible places to go out here. But I have to capture this for you. Look at that. I'll turn it around so you have to see my face in it. But it's the sun behind me reflecting onto those trees over there. It's absolutely beautiful. If you look at the sunset up here, check this out, y'all. Just right there on the line with those clouds. That's amazing. Well, gang, I'm bummed. This sinks. Nothing I'd like more than to just be calling it a night right here. This is freaking perfect. And there's no place to lay flat. I don't want that tent to collapse and crush me. And it wouldn't even now open up, because that bracket in this top corner, front corner, broke off. So that is frustrating. As I'm recording this, I'm watching a snake cross that water. See it? There it is.
So it's another reason why if I stayed here, I'd want to be off the ground. Just sucks. But sometimes that's how it goes. I think it'd be like all fairy tales if I just told you all, hey, it's cake, and you pull in and set up and no big deal and blah, blah, blah. Everything dials in and it's almost just like for the gram kind of thing. But I want to be as real as possible with you. Check out that sunset. So at least if I drive up to the top of this ledge up here, you will be able to see the sunset as well. All right, so this is cool. You are here. So halfway through the river, ultimately, is Woolham. I'm gonna take the 4Runner and drive down this road, just kind of show you the other Woolham campgrounds real quick before it gets dark. Yeah, somebody's parked there, so I'm not gonna bother them. But anyways, it goes right down to the water. Look at that sunset. Y'all, I had to just park it here for a sunset pic. It is so pretty. Beautiful up here. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at those cows. Maa. Sorry, felt something crawling up my leg. Just wanted to double check. Susie? Here's the deal. Pickle. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad in it. Again, I will say, rejoice. For whatever reason, here, I'll turn on the light there. For whatever reason, I wasn't supposed to stay there. And I'm just going to take that as God had bigger plans. And I'm going to trust him on that. Look at those cows right there. Mama and her baby. And they're all over this ridge. So, that being said, I just turned on some worship music. I'm just jamming out to Jesus, and I'm just praising God that I've had this opportunity, even though there's frustrations in it. Just being real with you too. And there's some things there's just nothing you can do about it. So that's life. Make the best of it. I may even drive all the way home, get my Gazelle, and find another place to camp, because that's how bad I want to camp. But no rush. And so I'm just going to try to be safe and wise, get out of here safely, Man, y'all, this ridge and the sunset, God is just showing off. Look at that. Anyway, it's pretty awesome. And God is good all the time. I'm okay. I'm safe, perfectly healthy. Nothing is wrong with me. There's a little frustration with gear. And so that's that. I love my Gazelle. And so I'm kind of just personally kicking myself that I didn't bring it, but it is what it is. I wanted some driving time, so I am getting some driving time. So it's all good. I will say that running the lights on top of the 4Runner just is awesome with driving on trail like this at night. Otherwise, you know, you got that. So that's my amber and that's my white light on the spotlight, or sorry, the light bar, the LED light bar, 42-inch above. Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Nah. That was cool. Seeing a deer. Thank you, Jesus. Y'all, it's one of those crosses like we saw on our big trip. Ah. I'm in Harrison, Arkansas, and had no idea. That's crazy. All right, guys, I made it to a Walmart. I'm going to go in and look for a set of the hex keys that could potentially allow me to fix the rooftop tent. I'm trying to think what else I need. Potentially a cot and potentially a small tent. So we'll go from there. All right. We should be good to go now. Tent and a small cot and tools to work on things. Okay, guys, so it's 11:30. It is 71 degrees outside. So what I've done is I've come and I've put up the awning, wrapped lights around so that I can see the tent. You can't see it from here. I'm going to put the tent down right here, kind of right below, right underneath the awning. Cook some dinner, and ultimately chill out and then go to bed. It's already 11:30, and I want to get some good sleep as best as I can. What a day, huh? You just never know. I put too much work into going home. So, and I'll tell you this too. Got out to the car after leaving Walmart, and I was about 20 miles closer to here, and it dawned on me, you've got a hammock. You've actually got several hammocks. I think when you're stressed and things are really just kind of like heavy and frustrating, and you're really trying to figure out a lot of things quick, sometimes you don't think through everything. And so didn't think about the hammock. Anyways, I'm gonna get this tent set up and the cot, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, so far I'm impressed with this little tent. I'll do the strap going across, and then we'll be set. Okay, guys, so the bottom line is I got it. I got the, whatever you call this, cot set up. I'm pretty impressed with it. I really am. It's going to be perfect, potentially long-term. It's just like a 6-inch off the ground. So it's great. It's perfect for this little one-man tent right here. Got it dialed in. This probably took me 30 minutes all together, maybe. Opening the boxes, but also getting in the awning set up and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, this is done. I'm gonna get out of here and cook some dinner. Yo, that's pretty awesome. That is the venti light. I am super cozy. That's the light. That's the fan. That fan is so sweet. USB-C operated. I'll leave you a link in the description for that thing. That thing's a game changer. Oh, I can see the stars. Though you can't, you can just see the mesh. But I can see the stars. Okay guys, so tent is set up, although you just can't really see it that well. There we go, let's do this. There you go. The tent is set up. Awning's up. I think I may bring it over here, take that top off there just because it's stuffy in there with the rain fly on. And it's not supposed to rain. Alright, I'm going to get some of that cooking in me. It's now midnight, and then go to bed. All right, while we've got that going, I'm looking here for what's for dinner. It's a blend of the bayou, shrimp, and crab. Louisiana treat with a mixture. So if you're looking for an easy, tasty meal made with Gulf shrimp. Y'all, I was just at the Gulf this past week. So I think this one right here is the winner. Check that out. Blend of the bayou. That's what we're having for dinner. Boiling this up. Oh, it's even ready. All right, I'm gonna set you down here for a minute. All right. Open pouch. Set that there. It says remove oxygen absorber. That's fun. Oh my gosh, y'all, it smells like shrimp. There's the oxygen absorbing packet. Set that right there. And then add 1 1/4 cups of boiling water. Okay, I'll do my best. Well, actually, here we go. It's a measuring cup right there. So that's 1 cup. I'll add that in. Okay, dump some on accident. So, well, I was afraid of that. Cup more. Man, I can hear it. I can hear it in there sizzling. You hear it? Nah, you hear bugs. Okay. Add 1 1/4 cups of boiling water. Stir. Okay. So I get a good spoon here. Got me a spoon to stir. Now just a touch more water. Just a touch. There we go. I'm gonna stir it. Stirring that up real good. Y'all, I mean, like, it smells like you're at the where we where we were just at was like the Crab Shack or something like that. Oh my gosh. I know I'm not supposed to yet. I'm getting a little bite there. Okay. Now it says seal it, reseal pouch, and let sit for 10 minutes. All right, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and we'll come right back. All right, timer goes off. Let's get into that bag. I am super excited to try this. Super excited. Look at this. Y'all can see the shrimp in here. I don't know if you can. Man, it's right there. Yes. Amazing. It's crazy, right? It's so good that you go, how did they do this? That's where I'm at with this. I don't know if I can. That's just going to make things worse or makes things a little bit better for you. But I kind of want to sit down here. So, man. Shrimp, crab. Okay, this is Mammoo's Camp Kitchen. And incredible stuff. I've got a whole box full of this stuff that they sent me. I just had never had the chance to try it, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it on a trip like this. So I could give it a true, honest feedback. And this is amazing. I don't know how I did it. Cool thing is, these guys are straight out of the bayou of Louisiana themselves. So they know what good cooking is all about. They have an incredible, I checked out their website, incredible menu of all this kind of stuff. Ooh. Just a hint of a little bit of spice there. All right. I'm going to sit down and enjoy the rest of this slower because, man, I was starving. I think we hit that Bojangles at 2:30. It's 12:24, so it's been a while since I've had anything to eat. Anyways, I'm going to go sit down and enjoy the rest of this and give you more follow-up here in a little bit. I'll turn these lights off too because the bugs are going crazy. All right, guys, so I told you I'd come right back. It's been maybe 3 minutes and that thing is gone. And I'm full. Like there's a heaviness to it. Excuse me. So, I mean, hey, there you go. It's excellent. 52 grams of protein per pouch. We're straight out of Louisiana. I will put a link to this in here for you in the description because this Mammoo's Camp Kitchen, excellent stuff. I mean, I've got I've got several more of them here. This one is a chicken and sausage jambalaya. It sounded a little spicy, so I went with this. This had just a touch of spice, but man, it's excellent. I'm gonna stick it in here just because tonight I don't want to mess with getting the trash bag and everything ready in the trash room. I'll do that in the morning. All right. Excellent stuff. Check that out if you haven't already. You will not be disappointed. It's so creamy and smooth. Excellent. That's pretty cool, huh? It is only, let's see, 5:45. So it's super early, but I'm awake. Actually under a blanket too. Got just a little bit cool last night. And you probably can't see it just yet. There we go. That's the benefit of taking off the rain fly. It's 6 o'clock. I feel like I've laid here long enough. I'm gonna get up and make some coffee and get going. I don't necessarily want to leave anytime real soon, so I'm just gonna get up and around, make some coffee, and kind of wake up a little bit more. It's a beautiful morning. I'll kind of show you around here. You're seeing the mesh on the tent. My only beef with this tent, and I know I'm sure it's made for backpackers, but is that the zippers right here. Sorry, right there. And so you have to, maybe it's just because I'm 44 years old, but you have to pretty much get down on your knees to get in here. And it sits super low, so like my head is touching the fabric. But anyways, this fan, venti, it is a game changer. And I had it charged to this little Jackery, and it used 4% of that battery. So, I mean, it has a built-in battery. Look at that, and that's at the lowest speed too. So, love that thing. So cool. All right, guys. It is time for coffee. There we go. Okay. here. The old Yeti. There we go. Little Starbucks action right here in the woods. Use my spoon from last night's soup. And what else do we need here? Should be about it. There's my coffee creamer. We'll go with a little Cafe Mate French vanilla. That is a lot of coffee. Set a timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, counting now.
There we go, y'all. In 4 minutes, we're ready to roll. Where my actual trash bags went. Mm-hmm. Four minutes. All right. Shake that up real good. There we go. yeah, y'all. It's ready to go. Look at that. Perfect. Now, what the heck is going on there? There we go. Hey, check this out. Sun is peeking through right there. All right. Cheers, y'all. It's gonna be a good day. You know what I can already say about this day? I didn't start it off in my own bed. So, there's that. Love to be out camping, having a good time, and making the most of a day like we had yesterday with its surprises. So, it's good stuff. All right. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee and watch the sunrise. May even get the drone up here in just a minute. So I picked up a couple of new goodies yesterday. This is a replacement because I just couldn't find my old one, so I wanted to go ahead and grab this. And then Skull Candy had this right here on sale. It's a little speaker, and I've never had a camping speaker before, but I saw this and was like, you know what? For half price, can't go wrong. So the bugs are starting to fly around a little bit this morning. So let me go ahead and get this guy opened up. All right, sorry about that. Battery died on the camera. So anyways, as I was saying, it's difficult because you put gear in one place and then you can't find it, or you think it's somewhere and you think you even have it and you don't, just all those things. All right, so let's see here. Okay, there it is. It's going. And so I was saying all of that, saying I couldn't find my original thermocell, and then the battery died on the camera. And then what happens? I can't even find where I put the batteries. So it's kind of like yesterday too. You get to where you go, I got to just slow down and think for a second, and then it all comes together. Maybe it's old age. Getting older? I don't know. Not getting younger. I felt that trying to get into that little tent right there. Speaking of, I'm going to turn this around, show you. That tent has a ground concept very similar, even though it's just a one-man, to my old school North Face Peregrine. Suzanne and I got that in 2003, probably, when we first got married. And that's what that one right there reminds me of. Decent tent for just a good night of, sleeping on the ground. Although, like I said, process that after the fact. Could have thrown up a hammock and been just fine, especially having come to the trees rather than trying to camp down at the water. But after having seen that snake on the water, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to camp there on the water, I can come up here and get some higher elevation, cooler weather, and be just fine. Speaking of, it's 68 degrees outside. Oh, sorry, 67 degrees outside, so not bad. Not bad at all. So I want to do something. Was processing it, thinking about it, and then kind of doing some changes with the channel. Something I want to bring to you. I want to read to you this morning's verse of the day. Let's see. Benefit here is that we have internet. All right, so 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8 and 9 says this: Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour. It goes on to say, resist him, firm in your faith, knowing that the same kinds of suffering are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. The world tries to celebrate coming together in some very unbiblical ways these days. And it's sad. In a lot of ways, it's disgusting. And it just completely goes against Scripture. But be sober-minded and watchful. This idea of you never know, kind of watching your back, right? Being ready for an attack, the enemy attacking you. It says your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion. Kind of a cool perspective being out here, just thinking, potentially a mountain lion, I guess, black bear, something like that. For the most part, most things out here are going to be fearful of us. I guess a mountain lion would fit the description well. But back in our normal day-to-day lives, the enemy is crouched down. You ever seen a lion attack? How they crouch down and they're watching their prey, or maybe they like slightly crawl. Cats do this too. It's the feline type thing, but they will crawl and get really low to the ground so they can then pounce and attack their prey. And it says seeking someone to devour. So the point being, I think, at the beginning of the verse is that we're sober-minded. We're mindful of things. We're not not drunk, not distracted. We are in our right mind and able to process, able to think, able to clearly think through things. Again, like last night, talking about the frustration of not thinking clearly. Anyways, just want to throw that in there. Do some more of that from time to time for you, and just kind of dive into scriptural passages. I was thinking of Jesus, and he's addressing Satan. He says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, John 10:10. But I come that you may have life, and have life more abundantly. So not only is he a crouching lion, right, a roaring lion who prowls around, but he also comes to just do damage. However, I love that Jesus is complete opposite of that. But I come that you may have life, and have life more abundantly. That abundant life is a beautiful, beautiful thing. That doesn't mean stuff. That doesn't mean physical, worldly possessions. And it means life. That you can enjoy life. Sometimes getting away from all of those things in the busyness of life, like this right here for me, is the sweet spot. Being able to just step back and step away, clear my mind, dive further into His Word. Anyways, hey, I love you. Thank you guys for being here, for hearing me rant. But like I said, I want to do more of that. Just taking the time to dive into the scripture of the day, maybe when we're on trips like this, and hopefully that encourages you. Maybe you didn't see that coming, but I've been thinking about it, and that's who we are. And so I want you to see who we are in all accounts. In the past, I would probably have turned the camera off, grabbed my phone or my Bible, and dove into that passage right there. But there you go. Wanted to share that with you this morning. All right, so let me do this. Let me just pray for you and for me, and just going forward. So let's pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, God, I thank you for today. Thank you for a Walmart late at night that would have a sleeping bag, having a cot and a little tent. And thank you for just the opportunity to get out, to get away, to just be able to reflect on your beauty. I thank you for passages like this that remind us that even though things may be going great, we do have an enemy that is just prepared to attack. God, we love you, we praise you, we thank you for the abundant life that you give us. In your name we pray, amen. All right, that was spiritual breakfast. Now it's time for some oatmeal. All right, gang, so this is my new little kettle here. Came with this little kit. So it's got, I got my hands full. Oh, there you go. There's a little spoon in there. Look at that. Flop that around. There you go. And then extra bowl. This little kit, I will, there it is. But this thing right here is incredible. Like titanium, super, super light. Perfect for this type of camping, car camping, or backpacking. You can even take that backpacking, and it would be phenomenal. All right. A little wood spoon, a little wood bowl. There we go. Super hot, so I'm gonna let that sit for a minute so that it all lumps up. So this has quickly become my favorite oatmeal bowl and spoon. Something about eating off of a wooden spoon just tastes better. Could have something to do with being out here as well. Who knows? Hard to beat right there, y'all. I mean, bacon and eggs and all that has its place. If I were to have the whole family out here, I would probably be doing just that. However, Harper went camping with me last time, and she swears still to this day by my oatmeal. And she ate it out of the wooden bowl and spoon. One of the things I noticed in my drawers is that I don't have a lot of bowls and stuff. Typically, when I'm out here like this, it's just me. And so if the family's here, I'll have like, plastic bowls, or I do have the old school like blue camp plates and stuff like that. So maybe I need to check into getting some of those for when the family's with me. I was thinking about this a second ago. I ate that that Louisiana gumbo type stuff last night, and was starving then, and then woke up this morning starving. So I just realized last night how long I had pushed it between meals because I was hungry. That's gone. All right, guys. So I'm starting to pack up the tent over here, and this is my climate pillow. Just kind of show you how this works real quick. That's your pillow, right? Soft, lovely, all the things. Let me kind of brighten or dim this just a bit. There you go. You know, like any kind of fabric, this may sound gross, but I'm just going to be honest about this. You get like stain spots. We've washed this, and those don't come out. And it's just got to be the sweat from my head in the night. Anyways, it doesn't come out. But for traveling, and I've taken this pillow everywhere with me, but this is how you do this. Just drop that down right there, and then you flip that over, and there you go. Now it's the plasticky fill, and it's ready to travel. An incredible pillow. I love this thing. It is filled with down. So inside of this is this fabric down memory foam, and just ridiculously cozy. And like, if it's too much for you, you can take that out. You can take it out and reduce it so that it softens up. But the cool thing is, you take this off right here, throw that guy in the wash, and clean it off anytime and every time you want. So this is called Climate. It does have a Velcro strap. It's actually in the rooftop tent because I used this pillow up there. And originally, that's where I did use it, was only up there. However, now anytime I travel, if I'm traveling via car, I should say, because I've not tried to travel with this on a plane or something like that yet. I guess I could if I wanted to. But anyways, you air it out, and that strap goes over it so that it travels like that. So if you were to buy this right now, it would come smashed down like that with the strap going over it right here. I just travel with it just like this, throw it in, whatever. And I never have to worry about spills or anything like that with it because of this fabric. All right, so this is the Climate Large. There's a smaller one that you can get. This is on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description for you. Phenomenal pillow. Sometimes I use this one at home as well, just because I love this thing so much, and it's so convenient. Anyways, so if you've never heard about this, check this out. This is a must-have. Yeah, I was gonna say I probably will get my kids some of these for Christmas, but they may very well hear that in this video. Anyways, phenomenal pillow. All right, guys, so I'm getting a little hungry. I know earlier I had some oatmeal, but the crazy thing is that was 2.5 hours ago now. Anyways, I'm gonna have some biscuits and gravy. This is the old Mountain House Adventure Meals. Probably not gonna even compare to what I had last night. In fact, let me double check and see. This is the box, y'all, from Paul Murray. Let's see if there is anything breakfast-wise. Oh, that's from last night. It's Blend of the Bayou. Blend of the Bayou is what we had last night. All right. Chicken and sausage, jambalaya, cheesy chicken spaghetti, King Ranch chicken. Look here, 3 more. Or 2 more. Cheesy chicken spaghetti and chicken and sausage jambalaya. So these are all phenomenal. Man, I kind of wish there was another Blend of the Bayou. I think these are like $12 online. Amazing stuff. He says, thanks for agreeing to evaluate our new product line. Paul Murray sent me this stuff at Mammoo's Camp Kitchen. Phenomenal guy. There we go. Phenomenal guy. And phenomenal food. You guys should really check this out. So this is mammooskitchen.com. I was diving back into these to see if there's any breakfast ones. Chicken and sausage jambalaya. That still to me sounds like a lunch or dinner. So I'm going to stick with the biscuits and gravy as a brunch, if you will. But just know that if you, it's kind of like, my opinion is going to be something like this. If you want McDonald's, that's something like this. Although this is in a dry food type meal. If you want McDonald's, you're going to go with a Mountain House type. If you want Chili's, you're going to want to go with something like this. Okay, hopefully that gives you a comparison. It's like this. That's just a much better quality, and naturally so, because he's kind of small batch in that, I'm sure, to make all that happen. But anyways, check them out. I know I've talked a lot about it already on this video, but Mammoo's Camp Kitchen, and give Paul a shout and try them out. But for now, I'm gonna get this breakfast going right here. Start boiling some more water. All right, biscuits and gravy. Says it's ready. I was going through here and pulling out all my other GSI stuff. This is the Kettlist kit. I was just showing you a video of a little while ago. I absolutely love this thing. The Halulite Kettlist. And so again, it comes with all this stuff. I'll put a link in the description for you on that. And get after this. One of the things, I'm just thinking about it even already right now, that I did not like about those bags was as I was taking the spoon and scooping it out, I was noticing that my hand was just getting covered in food. I kept having to grab a napkin, clean off my hand. Whereas this here, see how lower that sits? And as I was eating, I thought, next time I'll just cut this bag off here after I've already waited, and done everything that I'm supposed to do. Then just take a knife and cut that bag in half on the Mammoo's Camp Kitchen stuff, and eat it that way. That's my only complaint about any of that. Is just the way that bag is designed is really long. And so to dig in there and get to the bottom of it, you're going to get your hands covered in the food that sticks to the side of that bag. So just the cure there, the fix all is to cut that bag off, midway from this, so that you're not going to have to do that. This I won't have to, and I've got a longer spoon this go around. Here's the spot. It is fascinating how it maintains the flavors that it should for what it is. It says biscuits and gravy. Tastes just like biscuits and gravy. The key to these, in any kind of dried meal, is to make sure that you stir that stuff up really, really good so that you don't get any of that dry pockets, because then you are still eating powdered food. And you don't want that. It's gross. So stir it up really, 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 really good. And make sure you get your spoon down in the corners and everything else. Well, guys, one of the beauties of higher elevation camping is that you can hang out just like this, and it's much, much cooler. Literally cooler. It's 81 degrees. Sorry, I keep like feeling like I've found 2 ticks crawling up my legs. I just sprayed off, and hopefully that took care of it. But anyways, you get higher up elevation. You know, it's like 93 or 95 already in Fort Smith. Just check the weather. Also, higher elevation sometimes means cell phone signal. So that's a plus. I do want to go back down to the Buffalo and fish for a little bit. So I'm going to do that here in just a little while. But I'm just not in a rush because I know that when I get down there, it's just going to be hot. And the sun, you know, right here, I'm in these trees. And so the awning is great, but it's not absorbing 100% of that light coming down. I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that, because like when you put your tent, your awning out, you get like, if I'm at home in the driveway and I've put the awning out, there's no other trees around. So that thing, like you can just feel the heat underneath it. Yeah, you're getting shade, but the heat is it's just like, you can feel it just heavy coming down. Whereas in a situation like this, you don't feel it because the trees are blocking a lot of the sun. And so it's kind of like making a middle layer. I don't know. I don't know the science to it or anything like that. I just know that for me, it works and it keeps it a little bit cooler because this is lovely. Like I am sitting here, have been all morning, and I'm not sweating. And so that's the idea. Come to higher elevations and you won't have to sweat. Now, last night was a different story because, you know, as fast as you possibly can, you're trying to get stuff set up, and it was almost 1 a.m. But this has just been nice, a good slow morning to chill out, relax. Anyways.
Y'all look here, it's a little Spike.
Hey, buddy. Hi. Cool. All right, guys, so I'm down here on this point here at the Buffalo. Did a little fishing, and man, this is beautiful. I'm trying to remember the exact spot, and it says it. Let's see. Carver. I am at Carver. So it's a pretty awesome swimming hole. Those guys came down and jumped in the water pretty quick, and I was over here halfway across that fishing. All right, we'll move on to the next thing. Chimney Rock Bluff. So cool. It probably puts it in a better perspective. Oh, guys, I guess there's a walking trail right there that goes down too. I just went straight down. This is the parking lot. Chimney Rock is that area. So cool. Nice Jeep. all stopped, went through Jasper, went through the town of Jasper, came out outside of Jasper, heading south. This is Highway 7 right here. And there's a little park area up on the top of this ridge. And so there you go. You can see a little park set up there. So I'm just gonna have some chips and some queso and relax for just a little bit. I was like, man, I'm getting a little hungry. Ate at 10 o'clock. It's now 3 o'clock. And you can't really go wrong with Tostitos, queso, and Doritos. Look at that. And Sprite. All right, guys, I am home. I made it. I'm unpacking, and it was a great trip, crazy trip. A lot of things that weren't expected happened, as you saw. But anyways, you learn a lot through even those processes. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can check out our merch at shopoverlandapparel.com, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.